In late 2019, the London Festival of Architecture ran a competition for emerging architects to design a bench which would offer a fun and creative place to sit, rest and play along the Royal Docks waterfront. We asked each designer to tell us a little bit about their bench. Here, Era and Nasios from Urban Radicals tell us about their bench, Roly Poly.
My name is Ira Savvides.
And I'm Nasios Varnavas, and we are Urban Radicals. We designed the Roly Poly bench. We really decided to engage with this idea of the buoys. Initial research through some historical archives and images, and we not only found them kind of fascinating as objects of an era, but in a way purely as structures and how they kind of move with this mesmerizing action on the water. Something that you never see on the land. In a kind of similar way, in this kind of rocking motion that you see along the Thames with the signaling buoys, we decided to create the rocking bench. The bench is made with a concrete base for the balancing. There's the main body, which is made out of the recyclable cork, which one can see, which was originally laminated as one big block. And then following that, it was CNC'd using a robot to kind of get the geometry from our software and our kind of CAD design.
We originally had set out to use timber, but our encounter with Millimetre brought about this idea of using a different material than what we had initially planned for. They just finished with a major exhibition at the Tate Modern and had a lot of leftover cork available. So we decided to go with cork, which was completely new to us as a material. And actually it was an interesting process for both Millimetre and us to figure out together how to make this material weatherproof and to make it fit for public use and longevity. The handle is made out of human hair, which we collaborated with Sanne Visser on. She's a material researcher and a good friend of ours who works with recyclable materials.
We're fascinated with the kind of history of the place and of the Royal Docks. One could imagine this giant operating cranes, mechanical systems. The fascination with the structure kind of translates into this piece of the bench. And as we mentioned previously, the kind of direct reference, visual reference with the signaling buoy. We wanted to create a form familiar yet elsewhere. Familiar in a sense that it kind of directly relates to the past and the signaling buoy. And elsewhere as this strange object of a different materiality that you've never seen before, which kind of makes one unsure what it is. And while the form references the buoys, the materiality is completely foreign. We call it a ghost of the past.
There's definitely an element of surprise and play. It's a balancing game. People can sit to enjoy the city airport or stand on it if they want to get some exercise. We decided to enter because we loved the brief, more specifically the idea of play. So the brief asked for an interactive bench, and this idea it really fitted into the ethos of our studio and of our current interests. We also thought that the LFA would be a great platform to start opening up to, as we were just setting up our studio at the time. This was in fact our first build project in London.
To find out more about the benches in the London Festival of Architecture, head to lfa.london/pews.